Is it a
Hello,
Canadian or
everyone.
Scottish?
Hi.
I can't.
Hello. We're an hour and
Oh,
20
fucking
minutes
no.
late. Hi, everyone.
We were talking about the banging Twitter.
You were
Banging?
talking about
What?
banging
Banging?
Twitter.
Ew.
Kind of.
I
Why
just said
does
it's
it call it
pre-spread.
out?
Oh my. So yeah, hi. We're all here now.
Pre-spread.
Tommy's having mic issues. Ravel
McDonald's.
EP. But we're here.
I don't know if that's a good thing, but we are here.
We are in
McDonald's.
fact here.
Sulil.
McDonald's Sulil. I mean, he's not quite McDonald's. He's just
It's also it's like the same microphone I used while I was in Australia and Japan. So
yeah.
Speaking the language of the gods.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be the Happy Meal mic.
It could be the Happy Meal mic.
Can we start?
Yeah, sure. Oh fuck, I forgot to get my dice out again.
thought I
had
was
an hour and
done.
20 minutes and I still forgot my dice. I'm great at this.
Oh no.
I have
Wow.
plans right here.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
that's a one. Amazing. Right. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
I'm your DM, Project Sherry, and I'm joined
Hi.
by these lovely people as usual. This isn't scuffed at all.
the most
We have-
yes.
The beautiful Vi Valkyrie.
Hi.
The amazing TK Lady underscore.
Oh no, you forgot
Hey,
TK's
hello.
I
name.
nearly said Tori, it's fine.
It's
I
Tori
mean, there's
Lady.
2 letters.
Underscore.
And an underscore, don't forget that.
Yeah, never. I'll bite you.
The
Okay.
bitey raffle BT.
Did why you say please?
Don't threaten me with
Why-
a good time.
Yo.
Why wants to bite?
Vi
I
being
like-
horny today. We need to bonk her.
Also,
We're already
good
done.
evening- Good evening, guys. Good evening.
Good evening.
And
Really?
Tommy with his trash mic today.
Like
It's fine.
don't make fun of me. I tried fixing it for an
Yeah,
hour.
we-
Okay. It's
He's
not my
he's
fucking
got a
fault.
new microphone and having some problems, so he switched to phone. So
Yeah, that's why.
It's-
That's
no,
why
no,
we're like.
no. I had an old microphone that was having issues, so I got a new microphone that is having the same issues.
Having the same issue, yeah.
yeah,
So now you know it's not the microphone, it's Tommy.
it's Tommy himself. Tommy actually just talks with a really
He's just-
low volume.
Yeah,
Whispering
he just
into
has
the
a
mic.
huge.
Pretend.
He just doesn't have an echo canceller on it.
Yeah, we're late because of Tommy.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah,
definitely
yeah, of
Tommy
course.
level.
I see. The technique is to blame everyone else. Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm sorry. Look, you all heard it. He tried fixing the microphone for an hour. So
You
we're
know
fixing
why
it.
he had an hour to fix his microphone?
I tried to fix it was because you were sleeping.
Your mom. Let's start.
Oh, okay, well. Last we
Are you
left
meant
I
off.
didn't mean to go on.
Last we left off, you guys were going to try to save Slepny from a warehouse. You tried sneaking in, but then almost immediately went to just charging in, the rest of you. You managed to get a few of them to surrender, and fought through the rest with the help of Lady Vermilion, who kind of just appeared out the shadows and murdered a bunch of people.
I mean, nobody punched me. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, someone tried to punch anyone but you, pretty much. Mainly Tori. Mainly Tori.
Yeah. I'm just punchable.
You
Thanks,
scrounged
Tori.
around and found a few things, including some rather familiar crystals, of which Tori and Zillo took a few each. You, at the end of this fight, went into the sort of foreman's room up above, only for a bright blue light to be shining through. A pair of figures spoke to you and said something along the lines of, "I'm sorry for the theatrics. We'll leave him in your hands now," before disappearing into this blue light and it fading, leaving nothing but an ozony scent behind. In that room, you found Professor Slepny tied to a chair, not looking great. You interrogated a couple of people, and one of them mentioned an order, but would rather die than tell you anything else. You had a bit of a faff on with the guy you had previously tied up outside, where Clue just untied him. He started hobbling away with his bad leg, only to be brought back and tied up again. Poor guy, honestly.
She let the criminal go. How dare she?
Aye.
Thea showed up along with Sven and some guards. They attempted to help Slepny, but you quickly realized that whatever he has is beyond physical. You sought out help from the temple, which was unfortunately closed at that hour as you were approaching midnight. You chose two paths. Zula went to the doctor/alchemist to pick up a potion. They weren't in, but he just stole one and left the money on the counter. Only to find out that it wasn't going to be useful.
It was an emergency.
It was.
Not my fault.
Meanwhile, the rest of you went to go see Lucy, or at least Tori included, I believe.
Yes.
Went to go see Lucy, who was very sleepy, but tried her best to heal him, but found basically what you'd already found out, that it's beyond physical, and that basic healing magic unfortunately can't fix whatever is wrong with him. So, asking what other solutions there might be, Lucy said that you could either find someone higher up in the clergy, which would probably be quite difficult, or you could seek out the followers of the goddess, who had contacted Lucy sometime before with an invitation. She believes that they may be able to heal him, and said that they are, as far as she knows, located in the Vatia tundra to the south. Upon hearing this, Lady Fia told you how the Knights of Vetter are also based in the Vatia tundra, and said she would pay you for helping with both the ball and with Slepny, and also pay for any supplies and gear that you might need if you are to travel to the Vatia tundra. So just a little bit of a to-do list for today. You can speak to Fia and get your reward and potentially discuss the journey ahead, as well as getting potential payment for whatever gear you might need. You can go get whatever gear you need, whatever supplies. You can potentially look into finding transport. You were told to investigate Slepny's office to see what the people were after, people who kidnapped him. And you can talk to Lucy if you have any more questions to ask her, as well as anything else you feel you might need to do for the day. I'll hand it over to you guys.
Okay.
You're all rested up for the night.
Oh, we count as having slept? Okay, that's
Yes, at the end of the last one, you all went back to the Eagle's Crest and had a night's sleep.
good. If only it were that easy in real life. I click a button, I'm wide awake!
I'm back to full power.
Whoa, okay. I suggest we go take a look at Slepny's office first.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
I was gonna go to the alchemist first.
Well, we need to find where the office is first, so...
Yeah. I was
am-
definitely gonna... I feel like I kind of have to explain myself. Breaking in, leaving the money on the table, and taking a health potion.
Oh, okay, so... First protocol's probably going to be Lady Fear, just so we can find out where Slepny's office is.
Yeah, we walked
Yeah.
past the alchemist anyway, then, right?
You can definitely take a
Okay.
bit of a route. You'll have to go from the Eagle's Crest to the Alchemist, then up towards Fiat's, but you can totally do that.
Yeah,
It's fine,
yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah, like, I mean, Slepny's
Is
not
there
going to
any
get any more
contact
stupid, right?
point?
Come again?
The dead silence. Like, did you just call a disabled guy stupid?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's go to the alchemist so Tommy can assuage his conscience.
Yes,
Because he has one of
because I
those.
feel that.
Because apparently he has one, yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Okay, so you guys are heading off to the alchemist first. It does seem to be open as you get there. The sign says open. You can head on in. And you see...
Yes, I.
Sorry. As you head inside, you see sat at the counter, looking... not quite glum, but just with kind of like a look on her face. Somewhere between like bored and annoyed. She is just like sort of leaning on the counter, the familiar doctor you saw before.
Wait, it's a doctor?
Yes, she's a doctor. She does like surgeries and alchemy and stuff.
Can
I mean, she
say
poked you with
hello?
sharp implements.
She did. She took your blood.
Can I say hello?
You can, sure.
Okay. Hello!
Oh, hi again. Wow, I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Yes!
Well, what ails you?
In this case, I assume it's a guilty conscience, and then I'm just gonna push Zilil forwards.
Hi. You might have found some money on your desk. When you entered again today. I might have broken in because I needed a health potion. I do apologize about that. It was just an emergency, and you weren't in.
Right, so
I-
you're here
I'm
to
just
tell me that
here-
you broke into my place of business and you took a potion and you just took it upon yourself to pay in the middle of the night. Have I got
It was
that
an
right?
emergency.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but it was an emergency, and no one else was open. At least that I knew of.
Well, you know, most people wouldn't have the right sense to pay, so I guess I should be thanking you for not robbing me blind.
Well, I wasn't gonna steal you. I was gonna buy it anyway if you were in, but you weren't, so I don't really see the point of stealing.
So that's why you broke it?
Well, it was an emergency. If it wasn't an emergency, I would have waited until the next day. But as it was, it's either that or someone else dying. So
Okay, well, I hope the potion
Choose
helped
one.
your whoever was dying. So is that all you had? You just wanted to come and confess?
I just wanted to make sure that everything's okay, and I actually paid the correct amount. So there's nothing like wrong going on. So I'm not stealing from you. You know.
I
It
mean-
didn't help.
It's the right amount. You don't owe me any debt, so I guess we're square.
Okay, that's good then.
But can you like not break into my place next time? I know it was an emergency and all, but like, you know, laws and stuff.
I'll try.
Cool,
Try?
great, thanks.
I won't break in. Don't worry. I'll
I
make sure to have
appreciate
enough
the
potions on hand.
initiative, But maybe just like don't next time, okay?
Yeah. I understand. I gotcha. Don't worry. I'll make sure I have enough potions next time.
All right, cool. You need anything else while you're here? You need a potion to buy while I'm actually here, or you need
I
anything
mean-
fixing up, or
I suspect we'll be back a bit later.
Yeah, we're currently, I guess, on our way to secure funds. and we'll be back later. But you're also on the way, so we figured we'd already stop by.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I'm open this time.
That is helpful.
Well, if there's nothing else, then ta-ta!
Ta-ta.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye!
Okay, so are we good to go to Lady Fear's now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're all conscienced out.
For now, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Can't wait to sort of rob someone in broad daylight.
Let's go.
Please,
As
please
she
don't.
calmly walks.
Karma works in mysterious ways, and sometimes it just so happens that I want to steal.
So you have enough of a conscience to tell this person that you didn't steal, you just broke in and left the gold, but you'll totally steal from someone.
Well,
Very
Yeah.
consistent morals.
well, it depends, right? If they're the mafia, yeah. But if they're normal citizens, I guess they deserve to be paid.
I got all of about half of that.
I said if they're the mafia, who cares? But if they're normal citizens, I guess they deserve to be paid.
That's fair.
I thought I said you were gonna say if they were normal citizens, I guess they deserve to be robbed.
God, no!
I don't rob the mafia. That'll get me in trouble. I just rob normal people.
I just rob people who can't fight back.
Yeah.
I only fight when I know I can win.
But yes, so you guys head back up the hill. It's getting pretty familiar road by now, up to Lady Fia's mansion.
Okay.
Okay. So, you have arrived at her mansion, and you're currently standing outside.
I want to go in. I want to, yeah, I'll just knock.
Okay.
I say hello. I say hello.
It takes a minute, but then the door opens, and there's a familiar, warm interior, the scent of something like gingerbread or cinnamon. A nice, warm orange light emitting from within.
I am disappointed, but not much.
Why are you disappointed?
I forget about my disappointment because of the smell. It smells good. But I am disappointed.
Oh, right. I've been expecting you. Come on in.
Okay. I just walk.
Okay. You notice as you're walking in, she does sort of like move a few things aside and mess with a couple things. Would anyone like to roll perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Can we all roll?
If you would like to.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 14. Plus.
19.
I rolled
So-
it too.
Okay, well, for Zulil, you notice this place does actually seem to be trapped. Last time you came in, you only noticed a few weapons. If there were traps, you didn't notice them last time. Now it's pretty clear that she's disabling traps.
Well, Clue and I weren't in there last time. We were in the
That's true,
dead
actually,
mansion
you weren't
one.
there.
Yeah.
But as a party,
Yeah, we were the fake one.
you only noticed that there was a number of weapons stashed around.
Okay.
But now, yes, at the very least, whether there was before and you didn't notice it, or they're newly installed, there does seem to be traps.
Can I also make an Arcana check to see if, like, the like, I can sense what type of magic it is?
The traps are in the house in general.
The house in general.
Go ahead.
15, I think. 14, sorry.
14. Not too bad. It's not a magic that you're familiar with personally, But if you had to guess, it does seem to be perhaps some kind of portal, and you may be in some sort of demi-plane on the inside. That the house you previously entered was the real house, and this is some demi-plane only accessed by the front door.
Okay.
This place was different last time.
Well, I don't believe you saw the true interior last time.
We did see different interior.
Yes, that's how this house works. Come on through to the living room. He leads you through. Faith and Tara, you're actually in there before, and she gave you, tea. So it's
Yes.
familiar to you two, but newer to Clue and Zulu. So it's a nice place. It's a little bit cluttered with various books and expensive-looking objects and whatnot. There's a couch and an armchair and a fireplace and stuff. Quaint place. First of all, let's get this out the way. I haven't forgot about your reward for helping me and helping Slepny. She puts forward a sort of small wooden box, embellished with sort of a metal frame, quite thin metal frame around it. Puts it down on the table, opens it up. Inside, there is about 200 gold each.
What do you mean each?
Each of you gets 200 gold.
Whoa.
Shiny.
I hope this is an ample reward.
It's more than generous.
Exactly.
I'm not sure what I would have done without you. And let's just say that though Slepny is not in a great state, I'm sure he could be in a much worse one without you. You have my thanks.
How is Slepny faring at the moment?
I'm keeping him here. It's safer in here than anywhere else. He's currently upstairs in a guest room. To be honest, he's not great. He doesn't speak, he barely seems able to recognize me. At most, I get a smile whenever I walk in the room. He mostly just lays there.
Smile is good.
I suppose. I suppose there's some recognition left in him. I'm keeping him alive, fed, seeing to his needs. But he's certainly not the man he was.
Is he stable at least? Medically speaking?
Medically speaking, he does seem to be. He doesn't seem to be deteriorating, and after being healed, he doesn't have any physical injuries.
That's something at least.
Knowing this kind of magic, it can last a month at minimum. Up to the rest of one's life, depending on how lucky one is and whether one can receive treatment.
Who have you had to come look at him so far?
No one. It's only been a night. And frankly, I'm not intimately familiar with this particular kind of magic, but I know of it. I have studied a wide variety of magic in my time. Know generally how to counter it. But I'm afraid that not many people will give a different prognosis to the one we've already received from your friend. It seems that we're going to have to seek out someone with the kind of magic that can deal with this. I know we discussed it last night, and your friend suggested going to the Vatir Tundra. It's a large ask. I know you haven't been in town long, and I know you don't know Slepny very well. But you saved him once, and I'm hoping that you'll be willing to help him again. And rest assured, there'll be an even more handsome reward than this if you do this.
I mean, we're happy to help.
Is it cookies?
I was thinking something more valuable, but I can certainly add cookies to the list, yes?
Yay.
Actually, excuse me, Charlotte! Charlotte! The handmaiden comes in. We still have some ginger snap cookies, still in the cupboards, right? Yes. Would you like me to get them for your guests? Yes, if you would. That would be most kind. A moment later, the handmaiden comes back in with a plate of ginger snap cookies for you all. And she puts them down on the table for you, and via gestures for you to enjoy.
I said grab.
You can grab the cookies. No one's stopping you. There'll be more of this, or whatever flavor you
it's
desire, when you return.
Lady Fia, do you have some sort of mode of transport for us for our journey?
I had considered that. I don't personally have a mode of transportation that I can personally provide. Your options would have likely been taking an airship, though that seems potentially more difficult now that the skypod is being shut down. You could get a wagon of some kind. Perhaps this would be easier if I were to describe the journey. She goes over to a sort of cabinet, checks through a bunch of papers, and finds a sort of paper scroll, and pulls it out. And clears some room on the table, and unfolds the scroll. She places a map before you. You guys can see on stream, or I can share on Discord. Give me just a second. This one. Yes. So you guys hopefully should be able to see that.
Yes.
So, this is a map of the entire continent, as you can see. We are currently in Thalas, currently right around here. Well, y'all can see that, as I badly annotate on this for you guys. This is Pale Hill. DM note, here's the Leviathan Cave that you're at before, and the tavern that you stopped at before and after visiting there. So this was the road you originally came along to get to Pale Hill. Down here to the south is the Vitia Tundra. As you can see, it's a colder region. There are towns here, and the Knights of Veta are located right around here. If I had to guess, these followers of the goddess that your friend mentioned, if they're as secretive as they seem, I would expect they would be somewhere within the alpine region of the Vitia Tundra. Be somewhere in either this region or this region. The journey will take, at minimum, I would say about a week to get there and another week back. But it very much depends on your mode of transportation, if you have one at all, and how much you get distracted or waylaid along the way.
On that note, Faith's just gonna glance surreptitiously at Clue.
I just look back at Faith and wave.
Yeah, we'll be back in about a year.
Yeah.
Your best route is most likely down this road, and then either cutting into the forests if you think they're around here, or potentially following this road further down. You could either stop at this town here, or this one down here. I will, of course, write up a writ of invitation for the Knights of Veta. You can use it to potentially seek their help. If you meet any, you may get in their good graces, or if you are interested, Tori, you show much promise. You may even be able to join up, should that be something you wish.
I would definitely like to talk to them.
If you are visiting the Knights of Veta, our headquarters is down here, as you've seen. You could either take the road I suggested, this main road, and then take a right and down, or you could potentially take the less travelled road, going towards the border. My hand shakes. That's weird. That was
That's
weird.
the bandit attack, right?
Bandit
That's how our
attack.
journey's gonna go, so it's
Oh,
fine.
I just had a hand spasm. That was strange.
That's what happens when we let Clue drive.
Yeah.
You can take this road down towards the border of Alpmora, and then left and down to the Knights of Veta. This would take you further from the Alpine region, but is near enough equidistant to the Knights of Veta. It's up to you which journey you take and where you stop. But, I suppose you'll need this more than I shall. And she hands the map over to you guys.
We finally have a map. Let's go.
Yep, you guys have a map.
Okay,
So this is a week travel by cart, I'm assuming.
Yes, by car,
Carriage.
I'd expect it to be about a week. If you were to take an airship, you could most likely take it down to this town here, which would shorten your journey by at least a few days. Unfortunately, I don't believe any airships go to this town down here. It seems somewhat isolated.
I would fucking love to take an airship, to be honest.
Same.
You could certainly ask, though, as I mentioned, certain theatrics have meant they are now shutting down the skyport for the following at least a few days.
Yes, and if the journey's only going to take a week, then the few days we'd be spent standing around would actually be the saving we'd have got just by going by cart anyway. We might as well just travel by cart.
I'd recommend you look into potentially either hiring a cart or some horses. I can, of course, provide payment for them. It's the least I can do.
I think we should get horses.
You mentioned it
Sorry.
might be worth looking at Slepny's office.
Yes, I feel that may give us an insight into what they were after, if Slepny was their primary target. Clearly he was looking into something they were interested in.
Could you direct us to where it is?
Of course, it's in the academy. It's up towards the sort of western side. Essentially, if you leave my house, you turn left and look ahead, you should see a building with a number of spires. That would be the academy. If you head down to there, I'm sure the receptionist can direct you to Slepny's office within the academy. They may
Would we
question your
require-
business, so I will write you some sort of note, letting them know that you have my permission.
I would appreciate that greatly, thank you.
For this journey, as well as transportation, I would recommend you prepare. Get food, supplies, rope, tools, anything you'll need, as well as I would recommend cold weather gear. You're entering a rather chilly area. And just so you're aware, a number of the inhabitants of the Vitia Tundra tend to be of the cold variety. I don't know if that will change your approach or strategy at all, but they may have certain resistances to cold. And she looks towards you, Tori.
Great.
It's
We might need to warm you up a bit.
it's troublesome for the
Hey,
Knights
yo.
of Veta living so close to beings resistant to our own magics, but it's a suitable place for us, given it is the Vatia Tundra, named after our god.
Winter people.
Me having an internment completely missed that.
She basically said, things are cold resistant, sucks for the Knights of Veta.
No. The link with the name.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
I was like, oh yeah, it is the same name, isn't it?
Yeah, they just added an I to it. Wow.
Winter people. Winter people.
I got outthunk by Clue. Oh crap.
But yes, I'd recommend you prepare appropriately. I will, of course, provide funds for this as well.
Thank you, lady.
I mean, we appreciate everything you're doing for us, and in turn, we will do everything we can for Slepny.
Yes. I appreciate far more than you know you doing what you are to help Slepny. It's a big ask, I'm aware. And I only hope that I can return the favor.
In cookies.
Yes, and other things, but yes, in cookies. You will get more than your fair share of cookies. So,
That feels like a dangerous promise.
I'm sure we'll manage. Even if I run the bakeries out of flour.
Okay, well, it sounds like we have some preparation to do, so I think we shall go and investigate Slepny's office and then see what we can do to find some winter supplies.
Right.
Sounds like a
So-
good plan.
Before you guys head out, she takes a while to write up a couple of letters. One she puts in a nice sealed envelope with a sort of navy blue seal on it, with a bit of like a snowflake motif to the stamp. Hands that over to you, Tori. This is your writ of invitation. Show it to any Knights of Veta that you may encounter. And then she also hands over a not so sealed but neatly folded note. This should get you into the academy. And she takes a pouch. It's rather heavy and hands it over to you. And this should cover travel and equipment. I wish you the best of luck.
Can I grab
Sorry.
all the cookies?
I honestly assume you were just eating all of them throughout this conversation.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's taking them all anyway.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Sorry. I forgot I ate them already.
Thank you, Lady Fia. I appreciate all your help.
Also the box, right?
Yes. I don't know if you want to take the whole box or just take the coins out the box. Up to you guys.
The box is shiny. The box is shiny.
Sure. Okay, you have a small wooden box. With a lot of coin.
Okay.
I think we
assume
let
you're
Clue keep
sharing
the
out-
box.
It's about 800
I mean,
gold, so I assume you're sharing
Yeah.
out 200 each. You could share it out differently if you would like to, but it's 800
I think it all
gold
depends on whether Tommy
I don't
gets the
think
box before
Zu-
everyone else.
I don't think Zulu needs any more. He's got heaps.
No.
Spend
mean,
it all in a
look.
healing potion.
Look,
We don't know that Tommy's got all that gold, so we just...
I do.
no, you don't.
You spent it all in a healing potion.
You did.
Right, you don't need to look at the map anymore, right? No
No.
one's interested in
No, that's
anything?
fine.
No.
So
Can you
before
send
we
it
leave...
as an image on Discord so we have it like
Yes.
Yes, I will warn you, may be subject to small changes, like the precise positioning of things later on, so I might have an updated version later. But as far as the Vatia Tundra goes, here you go.
I mean, it's just gonna be like map makers fucking up, right? Who needs
Yeah,
details
exactly,
anyway?
exactly.
yeah.
You'll
That's what
find
I
out
assumed
things
there was
are
like.
in slightly different places. I'll also add labels for things you find. So if you go to a city or town, I'll add the name there. And things like the Leviathan Cave are added on once you've discovered them.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's
Because
fair.
I was thinking, like, I assume the Leviathan Cave is not in the map.
Yeah, no,
Like-
but it is for you guys. Because you
Yeah.
know where it is.
Okay, gotcha. And we have a bunch of islands. I like islands.
You might get to visit them someday.
Maybe.
Let's
Who
go.
knows?
Oh, we can fuck up your ship combat.
Yeah, we can all die.
So, no, that's. I think Vi got what I meant, but yeah. Don't think anyone else did.
Oh no, as the one wearing heavy armor, I can't wait to be on deck on a boat, just like in Baldur's Gate. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't remember being on a boat in Baldur's Gate other than the
No,
boat ride.
in the original Baldur's Gate games, they teach you that wearing full plate mail in the middle of nowhere is probably a bad idea in a thunderstorm.
Oh,
Yeah,
hmm.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking more the Critical Role thing of where Matt Mercer had like a full on ship combat thing.
I've not
planned
seen
and
that
they
one.
just- It's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it then.
Okay.
It's fine.
So,
I'll-
before we head off, I'm just gonna go to Lady Fear and say, I give you my oath, we will do everything we can to save Slepny. And then I'll give her a hug.
Aww. Okay. She is a little taken off guard by this sudden hug, but hesitantly embraces you. Says, "Thank you. This means more to me than you can ever know."
Okay, let's go check out Slepny's office.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got enough cookies there,
girl.
Clue?
No.
Okay. So, sure enough, heading out of her place and turning left, you can see it's not close, but it is sort of like visible from this point. The academy, up on the northwest side of town. It's still on the hilly part of town, but it's not like up the hill so much by there. It's going down the hill again. But yes, it is a rather grand but not incredibly impressive building. Like, it's fancy, it's got some spires, it's obviously a bit big, but it's clearly not like some giant, incredible magical academy. It is more like a school of magic, in a way. But yes. Heading down there, you are greeted by a pair of large, sort of iron bar gates with like these twisted, sort of swirling tips at the top. And a long cobble road that leads up to a fountain that kind of resembles. Actually, would anyone like to give a religion check?
Okay,
I'll do.
I have that as a skill. 16.
16. You recognize the statue
I have-
to be Lund, the god of knowledge, books, and magic. Rather
I
fitting
rolled
for
a
this
5.
event.
Do I know anything?
You know, he's
It's a
probably
statue.
someone important. This big beardy guy.
Right.
He's kind of bald, very long beard, wearing some sort of robes. Got a book in one hand and like a skull in the other.
A skull in a hand.
What was the god's name, sorry?
Lund. L-U''N-D.
The god of Lude, okay.
No, that's add-ons. That's Sidon. Or Sune, actually.
Well, Sune, yeah, a little
Sidon or
bit of Sune.
Wow, a god of knowledge. I guess Clue is very welcome here.
Dumbstricken.
Yeah, so Faith's just gonna smirk as she walks past the statues with a sort of, well, of course it would be.
Yes. As you head sort of this path, as it leads up to this fountain and statue, then branches and goes around it for reuniting. And it heads up to these big sort of wooden doors. They are like, you know, like church doors, like big, massive ones.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like that. And
Can I knock?
you can.
Can I say hello?
You can.
Okay, I'll do that.
Clue is the icebreaker.
No one
This is true.
opens the door for you.
Damn.
Okay,
Can I
Faith's
do
just
that?
gonna walk up and open the doors.
Yes, it's
At
unlocked.
least try
you can
to.
walk in.
Just like, it's an academy. I assume it will be open.
As you head inside, you're greeted by this sort of entrance hall. It's got this big sort of tiled floor with like a mosaic pattern. There's a number of pillars running up on either side of you. There is these braziers sort of attached to each of these pillars up high, but they each spout sort of like a bluish flame, clearly some kind of magical flame. But as well as this, you notice up above you, there is this ceiling that looks almost like stars. It's like little tiny floating balls of light, like tiny motes of light, that just float around very slowly up in sort of the rafters of this arched roof above you.
I
You
stay
s-
looking at that for a while.
It's very pretty. It's almost hypnotic. There's a number of
Almost is not
people
enough.
sort of wandering around going about their business. A lot of people in rather sort of fancy looking robes with like really long, large sleeves, and the robes like go down to their feet. It's very like what you would expect of a bunch of Ponzi wizards. There is some sort of younger sort of scribe people wandering around with books and quills, and some of them are carrying like entire stacks of books, trying not to drop them. Some of them are holding on to like various magical items, like weird like orbs and gizmos and stuff. And there's a number of like older sort of gentlemanly ones who are just hobbling about the place. And you see there is sort of once you pass this initial sort of hallway and these pillars, it opens up and there's like this grand staircase, and just off to the left is a sort of like a desk area, but it's almost like there's the sort of receptionist desk, then there's a bit above that with like a gap between them of like almost wooden sort of shelves and cabinets held aloft above that by like various chains hanging down from the ceiling. Behind this counter is like a number of cabinets, like glass cabinets, and like shelves and bookshelves and a lot of stuff. There's a lot of clutter to this place. And you do see a old man. His hair is thinning, but it almost like goes as if it like sticks out to the sides and then curls back in on itself.
What?
Like, almost like he's taken his hair and then swept it to both sides, swept it outwards, somehow stuck it up, and then like curled it.
What the fuck is that?
It's a rather bizarre hairstyle, and he is wearing this sort of starry-looking robe. It's got like gold stars embroidered all over it. It's almost pajama-like in its novelty.
It's a classic like wizard.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
like really classic wizard.
It's a classic wizard with an anime hairstyle or something. I don't know.
He is almost a parody of what you expected to be here. He's so fitting.
I had such high hopes for this place when I saw the start ceiling, and now I'm just so disappointed.
Oh, hello. Can I help you there?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
actually, we're looking for the office of Slepny. And I'll wave Thea's letter. I won't hand it over just yet. I'm just gonna kind of wave it in front of me.
As you say this, and before you wave it, he starts off saying like, "Oh, I'm afraid Slepny has taken a leave of absence." Oh, I see. Let me just take a look at this, if you don't mind. Are you handing it over?
Yeah. I'll just sort of. Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
I'm
fuck
just
you.
waving it. Just like, oh, it's just a piece of paper. Never mind.
That normally works.
But yes, so he unfolds it, takes a look through, and goes, yes, official business. Right, I see. So I assume you're aware of Slepny's current condition.
Yes. In fact, we're the people that managed to get him out of there.
Oh, well, I'm sure he'll be most gracious when he's back in his right mind. The man hands the paper back to you. Right, I suppose it's easy to get lost. I'll have one of the scribes, escort you. Hold on. And he rings a little bell, and it's like, ding ding.
No way.
And this rather bright-eyed, they're not like a kid, but they're like sort of teen / young adult, quite young. They sort of come up and it's like, yeah, sorry, did you need something? Yes, could you escort these fine people to Professor Slepny's office? They have official business. Right, yeah, alright, come on, right this way. This is sort of a, young boy. He's not as, how shall I put it, ostentatiously dressed as some of the other people here. He is more of just in, like, sort of, like, I don't know how to put it, but like cloth garment and bits of, like, leathers and stuff. Nothing too fancy. Follow me, please. I'll take you right there.
Of course, please lead the way.
It's Michael.
It's not Mikael. Mikael was like a dark elf with glowy bits. He didn't look like that. They're just a similar age.
Michael.
So, this figure leads you upstairs, and there's a number of, like, corridors and rooms and hallways, and it's very busy. You have to kind of squeeze through a number of people, either rushing to and fro classes and offices. Pardon me. And whatnot. You do eventually reach a door. This scribe pulls out a keychain, sorts through a few keys before unlocking the door, pushing it open, and standing back, letting you guys enter. As you all enter into this room, first thing you notice is it's got this like giant astrolabe type thing, if you know what that is. Like a big sort of sphere with a number of like metal rings around it, and all sorts of different orientations that are like slowly spinning and gyrating around each other. It is like massive, just held aloft in the ceiling. Just, you can't see anything holding it up. It seems to just be floating there above your heads. The room itself is this sort of circular room made up of like a number of sort of pillars and connecting walls, going in about like a 14-sided shape. And the other thing you notice, besides, nice marble floors and how pretty this whole place is it's a mess. Like, there is papers and books and all sorts of things just sprawled all over, on the walls, on the desk, on the floor. And as you sort of go inside and look around, you notice that these papers are covered in all sorts of like notes and annotations and diagrams. There's like arrows pointing from one page to another one. They're like glued together. It is hard to say whether this is like the organized chaos of how Slepny was working, or if this place has been ransacked.
Faith's gonna pop her head out the door to the escort and say, "Who ransacked the place?"
I don't know. I've never really been in here. I can ask about it. See
If you could, please. It would be good to know if someone's been through here before we have.
Yeah, I'll, he sort of rushes away.
No, I think Slepny's like Sherlock Holmes.
Oh no, I full on expect this is just how he lives, but yeah.
Yeah. Glad we're all on the same page then.
I want to look at all the papers.
Okay,
Yes.
do you all want to roll investigation?
Yes. Let me roll.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh, that's an
21
8.
total.
Oh
I
my
got
God,
nat 1.
18.
Nat 1.
Wait, there's a
So yeah,
two.
Faith is gonna spend not so much time investigating, more just tidying piles up.
No, what did you roll,
I'll
Faith,
help
or
you.
are you not rolling?
I got a 2, so
Okay.
yeah.
So,
I got
Yeah.
17.
Me and Faith.
okay, so Faith and Tori, this just looks chaotic. Like, you can't make one thing from another. There's just stuff everywhere. It's hard to like get a grasp on anything. However, Zulil and Clue, you guys look through these and you notice, first of all, there's a number of connections between different things that you notice. But the one common theme that seems to connect them all is they all seem to revolve around the gods in some way. There is catalogues of all the different gods. There is a lot of mentions about the Shattering, the gods of duality, the god and goddess, and also the Shattered, as they're called, which I believe you've heard about before. Essentially demigods, with a piece of the goddess. There is also a number of mentions about a so-called Sanguine Prince, or Lord of Blood, who you have also heard about before. You knew that Lady Vermilion was once a member of their order. But this seems more like mentions of like, it's like research on how they came to be, what their abilities are, what they can do. Looking through these ones in particular, you notice there's a lot of mentions to like rituals and ascension, and from what you can gather, it seems that this Sanguine Prince wasn't originally a god and rose to godhood through some sort of ritual. However, there is a number of different notes that give different accounts of this ritual. As you read through, it's like each one is completely different from the other. Like, no one has the straight story. One thing you do notice, while looking through these ones in particular, is this rather striking diagram, or like sketch, of a dagger. It's sort of long and curved and very much pointed, with these sort of spiky barbs running along the length of it. It looks far more designed for inflicting pain than death. From what you gather, perhaps this was in some way related to whatever ritual made him a god. You
I
also...
forgot I can't read.
Yeah, well, it's fine. You can see like the pictures and stuff and gather occasional
Okay.
words.
Okay.
But you also, looking through some of the stuff more specifically related to the Shattering and the Shattered, You find records of that war and various things that happened throughout the Shattering, records of the consequences, things like how new magics sprung into being, how the planes crossed over and the barriers were weakened, how now new beings are able to exist, species intermingled with fae or fiends or elementals, then a number of new creatures arrived, that now things like resurrection, that were once prohibited by the god and goddess, are now freely available, as well as necromancy and undead. You notice records of the Shattered. There is a list of some of perhaps the more known about and notable Shattered. Among them, you notice, pretty much top of the list and most talked about, is one King Leon, who, if anyone would like to roll a history check.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, no, that's an 8.
I'll
I got a 9
I'll-
for 11.
18 total.
18. So as you're looking through these papers, Zulil, you would remember the name for sure. Everyone here would likely remember the name except maybe Clue. But you would remember the actual history. King Leon is a pretty major figure in history. He was like the first king post-Shattering who conquered most of what is now the Kingdom of Thalas, as well as Mora and Altmora, off to the east, and attempted to conquer Chryses as well, to the west. He is listed as being a Shattered, one of these demigods, with a number of powers, his martial prowess, his ability to just not fucking go down, to take out entire armies pretty much on his own. There's a number of artifacts mentioned, his crown, his spear. There's also mention of his lion. I actually forget if I had a name for this. Let me just
It's
check
just
my
the
notes.
lion.
Notable. Here we go. Do I have a name for his lion? Sir Whiskers! That was the name. His lion, Sir Whiskers, who is believed to have been one of the only known shattered animals in history. Most other cases of these shattered demigods are in humans or humanoid races. There is very few accounts of any animal inheriting this power.
I am so like
Sir Whiskers? Okay.
Sir
Okay.
Whiskers.
I love it. I love it.
So, sorry, King Leon and Sir Whiskers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, knowing that Slepny was studying, well, kind of following them. Wait, what I was about to say something, I swear. Like he was investigating something related to the symbol on my chest. Can I maybe see something like that?
Sure. Give a. Actually, you know what? You had a good investigation check. I'll just run with that. Looking through, you do see the symbol. Well, actually, no. Sorry, the one on your chest, not the one on the amulet you got, right?
Yeah.
You do not see that symbol.
Okay, what about the other one?
You do see the symbol from the amulet, which bears a vague similarity in its overall design of the sort of crescent shapes and the spiked, slightly curved design of the line. It's reminiscent. It's not the same symbol, but it's definitely some similarity there. But you do see the symbol from your necklace, listed alongside the goddess, both in the book that is generally sort of listing and giving accounts of all the different gods, as well as in a few different notes about the goddess when she comes up in things like the Shattering and whatnot.
Yeah, expected.
Yeah.
Sorry, how long ago was this? Like the King Leon stuff?
So the shattering was around, I believe, 700 years ago to around 1,000 years ago. In that sort of rough time period. It lasted about 100 years in total. King Leon sprung up sometime after. Not a very long time, but like about a generation after the shattering.
It's like 650 to 600 years ago, more or less.
Yeah, potentially up to like 700 or 800, depending on just how far ago the shattering was. Let me check if I can make absolutely sure. Yes, around 1,000 years ago. So it would have been King Leon would have been round about like 850 years ago to 900 years ago.
So there's just a chance that the symbols have changed over time, just on basis of redrawing and reimagining them.
Potentially. If you're specifically asking about the symbol on Clue's chest compared to the one on the amulet, again, bears a striking similarity. Not exactly the same symbol. Generally, if symbols were to sort of evolve over time as they've been drawn, they would have likely been either simplified or embellished, but generally still kept the same, basic features. And so the feature of sort of the symbol of this goddess is more like an arrow shooting through a crescent moon that shapes a bow, which is not exactly the case with the symbol on Clue. So it seems more likely that it is in some way referencing or based on or has been like adopted and changed intentionally, rather than is simply a natural evolution of it.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, this is the symbol of the goddess, right?
Yes.
What about the god, like the other one?
You're looking for the symbol of the god?
Yeah, I was mainly asking, like, is it the same symbol or?
Looking through the book, when you get to the god, his symbol is depicted as like, it's like a semicircle with a number of long points going out. It's got 2 points going out longer horizontally, and then a number of slightly shorter points sticking out at various angles on the upper half of this. It vaguely resembles sort of like a sunrise. It's similar in that it is like pointy. It's like a mix of circles and points, but it does not resemble this other symbol you have on you.
Oh, so it's a sun and a moon. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll ask Faith. Hi, Faith.
Hi.
I found symbol on books.
Okay. Your best bet's probably going to be to talk to Tori, because she's way smarter than I am.
Wait,
You're
what?
like the religion one, though.
Yeah. I mean,
Winter
can
person,
do-
I found symbol on books.
okay, so can I do like a religion check on these symbols?
Sure, but what do you want to know that you haven't already been told?
That I don't know.
Is there any like questions you would have about
I mean, I guess, what's the link between the two? Is there a link between the two?
the one on
'Cause we got
Clue,
these-
or the one between like the god and goddess, or
The link between the god and the goddess?
well, the link would be that they are sort of the gods of duality. So one is like the sun, one is the moon, one is life, one is death, etc. So they are meant to be sort of opposites of each other, but interconnected.
Actually, what is there about Sune?
You can look.
I can try, yeah.
So there's not a lot you wouldn't already know between, Faith. It generally doesn't go into a lot of depth about her. There's There's a recording of her in the book about all the other gods that more or less says what you'd expect. She's the goddess of passion and beauty. Her clerics are sworn to protect the beauty of the world. She's sometimes called Lady Firehair because of her bright red hair. It's a lot of like the common stuff that, Faith would already know. There's maybe a couple like folk stories and stuff, but she certainly doesn't seem to have been a focus of this research.
Okay.
There's some very pretty pictures of her though.
Oh, I take them.
You're just gonna like
Grab.
take them, just yoink.
Grab and
I think the real question is why was Slepny researching the shattering in the first place? Given that he was connected in some way to the Knights of Eta.
I mean, this is a magic academy. I think studying how magic came to be is not that.
No, I think the more interesting thing here is he's not just studying that, was he? He was also studying the ritual that turned the blood guy into a god.
Yes.
Yeah, like if Slepny was on his own researching it, that would be one thing, but given that he is researching it with the help or with the, I'm going to call it guidance or security of the Knights of Eta, is something entirely different. Because it essentially says, hey, we need to know something about this, and this is the guy that's doing the research for us, because we're knights, we're not researchers, we're not wizards, sorry. That's essentially what it's telling us.
Well, I don't think Fia was with the Knights of Eta.
No,
But
Fia
better.
was one of the Knights of Eta.
Yeah.
Slepny
was,
wasn't.
that's right.
No,
I don't think.
Slepny's not.
she still
I don't
is. She is a member. Slepny isn't though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
thought-
they're still
Not anymore. Like she was far apart from the other ones.
No,
No, it's
there's
the
Vermilion who
Yeah.
left the Knights of Blood, the Sanguine Knights.
Okay.
So, and this is not necessarily in character. This is more just observation. It looks to me like this cult that Slepny was investigating. If his investigation has led him down the route of researching the ritual that turned this blood guy into a god, then this cult are looking to replicate that somehow.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, well, if that was the case, there must be something tying the turning someone into a god thing with resurrection, because that's technically what the cult is doing.
With resurrection and the shattered.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have lore now.
Lore. Lore.
Lore.
Can I show the pictures of Sune to Faith?
Yeah, sure. So one of them is a very nice, almost like Celtic style thing. Of her sort of like washing her hair in a river. You can see like her hair's flowing down the river in like swirls. A bit sort of, I don't want to say painterly, but like, like Celtic painterly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But it's very pretty. There's also some sort of more like pencil or charcoal sketches of her. They very much sort of demonstrate her beauty. She is also naked in at least a few of them.
Yeah, no, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I say, look.
Yeah, that's my goddess. That's the big shiny, the shiny that I worship.
Is the friend with big ears.
With big ears?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, her ears are quite big. Are we using ears as a euphemism now?
I mean, last time we talked about her, she was like, "Yeah, she can." Well, you were like, "She can hear me from anywhere," and I was like, "Oh, she has big ears."
Does Sune have
So-
like elf ears?
Well, she's a goddess, so she can change her physical appearance, but I don't
True.
think she's depicted as having elf ears.
You know, I'm gonna look this up.
I think she's depicted as mostly human.
I'm gonna look for a thing for her. Looks quite a bit like Merida from
Yeah.
what's it called?
Brave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing like massive pointy ears. Some
No,
of them
she's,
give her
she's
elf
very
ears,
much.
though.
Yeah.
So is friend.
I mean, she's a friend to all. Unless you're Argus, and then she doesn't like you.
Oh. Damn. I'll just keep the images.
Okay. Speaking of keeping images, there is a number of diagrams and sketches and whatnot, such as the dagger you saw, such as the spear of King Leon, and other sort of magical artifacts. You're welcome to take them if you would like to. Or
I'll
if you
take-
just want to memorize them or anything, that's
I'll
fine.
take everything.
What's this?
We
That's
have a
weird.
loot goblin.
What?
What is this? Link like it doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
Yeah,
I
No,
had
it's
to be
like a reload
redirected.
thing.
That's fun. Okay.
But I found it
it's,
eventually.
it's that.
Thighs.
Shipuri. Shipuri.
That would be Sune.
She pretty.
Thigh.
I mean, she's the goddess of beauty, so you'd think so.
I'm gonna ruin this for you, but I kind of see Ryan Reynolds' face.
What?
No, I see
You're
that thing.
not girl.
Oh no.
Damn.
Sorry.
Oh
Suna.
no. See, now I can't unsee it. God damn it.
I didn't say I was gonna ruin it for you.
Thanks, Sherry.
Yo.
I can't believe Ryan Reynolds was the goddess of beauty
Sexy
this whole
Ryan
time.
Reynolds.
Oh no.
Yo.
So Sune on a bad day is Deadpool. Okay.
I mean, it's got the red, right?
Okay. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
What is it? What if Faith is just Sune in disguise?
What? She's not a true soul, so unlikely. But her head did turn red under Sune's blessing.
Oh, that okay.
What if you just
That
like
happens.
get possessed by Sune?
No, I mean if you read the I don't know if we want to go into the backstory. To become a
I do remember.
Knight of the
that part.
Rose, yeah, you have to do a vigil, and there needs to be some sort of sign that Sune has blessed you to become a Knight of the Rose, and the sign was her hair changed color.
What if you're born with red hair though?
Well, something else would happen.
Yeah, massive honk and Doberus.
Yeah, she already had those.
Like, what if you go like, yeah, I'm totally blessed. Look at my hair.
Well, they do tend to favor redheads in the clergy, but that's not like an automatic pass.
Okay.
But yes, does anyone have anything else they want to look at here? Any other questions?
I think we're just waiting for the kid to come back and tell us who ransacked the place first.
Yes, we're waiting for him.
Question is there any money?
Oh no.
No, there's no like coin stashed away. It
You
is
just
like
got
an
200 gold
office.
coins. Just
There's-
Jesus Christ.
Plenty of things that look expensive though.
Oh no.
Okay, fair enough.
From like decorations and little statuettes to weird magical gizmos. You don't know what they do.
Oh, I want to look at those.
No.
Can I touch those?
Sure, there's like a smaller version of what's above you. There's like some weird like a Dyson sphere surrounding a crystal almost. There's like a number of weird sort of devices that seem like maybe they transfuse something. There's like a weird thing where you just like it has like a trumpet on one end almost, or like a trumpet shaped funnel that then goes into a weird box with a crank on it, and then there's like a tray and a little bit for stuff to come out the other end. You're not sure what that's
Yeah, I want
for?
to touch that. I want to touch that. Can
Blow,
I touch? Can I?
blow.
Can I? Can I please?
You can try it. What are you trying to do to it?
I want to blow the trumpet.
I'm gonna tell Clue to blow on the trumpet.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not an actual trumpet. It's sort of like a trumpet-shaped funnel that sticks up at like a right angle on one end, on one side of it. So you'll be
can I-
blowing into like the wide end of the trumpet.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. You blow into it. A little bit of dust sort of like comes out the other end. So it's not like dust, it's like some sort of powder or something.
Oh. I think we just messed something up. Amazing.
It was only a tiny
What's
bit.
this we?
I mean, technically, Tori told Clue to do it, so
What?
I see, okay. Are there any other sensitive magical experiments you would like to poke?
oh,
I
Obviously.
mean, there's a spinny thing.
Do you want to
Yep,
spin the
let's
Like a
spinny
try
one?
glowy
that.
crystal. That's
Cool.
the-
Oh my
no.
God. please.
Like, I want to try all of them. I want to see if there's anything useful.
Okay, I'll
Okay,
spin
but can-
Spinny. You can keep the other
Tori, can you do me a favor of actually investigating them before you poke them?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'd rather at least have some warning if it's gonna explode.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Come on. Yeah, nat 20!
Nat 20.
Let's go!
So, as you look at this weird, like, folding metal sphere thing with a crystal in the middle, you recognize that this is an astrological sphere. It has a number of sort of like runes and markings on each of these bands, and they're all just sort of floating and circling in different directions around this like blue glowing crystal in the middle. And as you sort of like get closer to it, not only does this crystal get just a tad brighter in your presence, you also feel that there is like a strong magic to this thing. Like, in some way it's resonating with the magic inside your own body.
That's cool. Can I pick it up?
You can, but it sort of levitates over the table a little. And so as you go to sort of scoop this up, instead of actually like getting a hold of it, your hand goes underneath and it just lifts to be about as distant from your hand as it was from the table, and it just floats
That's so
gently
cool.
above your hand. And even as you move your hand around, it just follows your hand, staying just above it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and poke it, like force poke it.
Force poke it?
Using
You
the
know how like
force.
when I picked it up, like just like jab it to see if I can get through to touching it.
Are you trying to touch like the crystal in the middle, or are you just trying to touch the thing itself?
Anything. I just want to touch it.
Okay. So as it's floating above one hand, you take your other hand and try to poke it. It sort of gently leans to one side as you do so, but it doesn't like try to slip out your grasp or anything. It just, you can touch it. It is currently a bunch of like spinning metal discs. They're not dangerous, they're not sharp or anything, but they are like spinning around. So it's hard to like, you know, touch one and hold it, but you're able to like touch it or not. And as you do, you like touch it and then pull your finger away, and these teeny tiny little sparks just follow your finger for a second until it gets like far enough away from it, almost like a plasma ball.
That's so cool.
TK is fascinated by this.
I'm trying to work out what its purpose is.
Non-real thing.
It is real. What do you mean?
Now that it's sort of like in your hand, or floating above your hand, it feels strong. It's almost like you can feel this magical energy sort of pulsing down your wrist into your arm, and then sort of bouncing back up into your hand again. It's not harmful, it's not worrying, it's just a strange sensation. This
It's just
magic
a
just
weapon.
pulsing up and down.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this. I hope Slurpee doesn't mind, but I think it's gonna be helpful.
Okay.
A ray of frost turns into total obliteration of frost.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh no. Tori unlocks
just gonna
level
go-
5 spell. We're doomed.
I'm just gonna walk over to Clue and be like, "Hey, look, Clue, pretty," and just poke it again and show her how it does the little thing.
This time, as you poke it, not only is
Oh
this,
no, it
this
explodes.
tiny little spark that follows your finger, but it also like frosts over slightly for just like a few seconds before thawing out.
Can I try and like put some of my magic into it?
You can try.
I'm gonna try that.
Wait, that's something you can do. You can just put magic into things.
Well, I mean, I can just like manifest magic and put it towards it, right?
You can try and funnel your own magic into it.
Yes. Can I try that, please?
Roll Arcana again.
Oh, I got 20 last time.
You got this.
11 plus wait. Well, 15.
Okay, it doesn't explode.
Oh no. Okay, that is worrying.
That was an option? Fuck.
Noted for next time. Yeah.
No, as you try to pour your energy into this thing, this crystal grows brighter and brighter, and you feel almost like magic is like bouncing around inside of it. The spheres begin to like spin faster, and it almost seems to make like a glowing sphere filling in the blanks behind these rings. Almost, it's like it's very lightly sort of see-through, like hard to see, very almost like ghostly and transparent. You get the sense that your magic has been in some way stored inside this thing.
Ooh.
And you use a spell slot.
Oh shit. Okay. Level 1 or level 2?
Just level 1.
Okay. Alright, interesting. I'm gonna probably stop playing with stuff then. Before I make us all explode. But I'm taking this.
Stealing.
Okay, well you have
Borrowing.
a thing now.
Borrowing. I have a thing now. I mean, I'll give it back if he comes back.
Oh, you are giving it back.
What do you mean?
Faith
I mean,
is
you're
very
giving it back.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Hey, we're saving his life. Surely he can give me a
Yeah,
full
that's
magic
the
wand.
only reason I'm not battering you over the head with it right now.
Oh, come on. You watch Tommy steal shit all the fucking time.
But I've not caught Tommy stealing shit yet.
I mean, you did
Haven't you?
once.
I was
So,
gonna
you know.
say.
So have we finished ransacking this poor guy's office?
I'm pretty good right now. I have a magic ball.
So,
I
You
didn't
might
find
not.
any money, so I'm a bit disappointed. But otherwise, yeah, I'm done.
this scribe
Okay.
comes sort of scooting around the corner, grabs onto the door frame, almost like overshooting it, before pulling themselves back into the door frame and being like, "Hey, so no sign of a break-in, not that we know of. I don't know if it was always like this, but at the very least, if someone did break in, we don't know about it. Now we do. So I told people."
Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm just going to assume that he lives like this. But yeah,
Maybe.
if you could keep an eye on it, let someone know if they have broken. In fact, let Lady Fear know if the place has been broken into.
Right, I'll go pass that along. And he begins like running off the other direction again.
This poor kid. Could we take a quick break?
Yeah, I was just about to say that if you're done here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have all the
Hawaiian.
pretty drawings. I can take a break.
We'll be
Okay.
back in a few minutes. And we're back. Hello,
We
Anna.
have returned. Hello.
Oh, wow.
Right. So, last we left off right there, you had looked into his office, found a number of things related to the gods, to the Sanguine Prince and his ascension to godhood, to the Shattered, these demigods, and in specific, a King Leon, as well as poking some magical objects and whatnot. I'm finding out that the place, if it has been broken into, they weren't aware of it until now.
I mean, that's bad, right? Isn't it? If your living conditions are so bad that your administrator thinks and agrees with the strangers that you've been broken into, that's not a good sign.
No, not really.
No praise.
But yes, Tommy, I
Didn't
believe
Tommy
you
want
wanted to
do
look into
something?
something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to look at like scrolls and whatnot they might sell. Specifically, like fire-based scrolls or like heat-based, I suppose.
Okay, are you looking around the office or are you gonna go asking around? What's your plan?
I was gonna ask the wizard guy we talked to at first because he seems more in tune as to the happenings of the school than most other people.
Okay, so the guy at like reception.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. You can ask him on your way out, sure.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do anyway.
Alright, is there anything else you guys want to do poking around the academy before you head on to the reception? And head out? Nope. Nobody?
I don't think so, no.
I don't
No.
think so.
Okie dokie. You
Did
head
we?
back.
Go
Go
sorry. Did we ever establish how much money we got from Lady Fia for the
200
equipment?
each. Oh no, that
No,
was
no,
just
for the equipment.
It's just
'Cause that's-
however much you need. We'll
Okay,
just
Oh
so
god, don't
it'll
tell Tommy
cover-
that.
It'll cover what you need for both travel and
I need
equipment.
5 more watchers.
Okay, and it maybe won't cover everything you need if you buy a bunch of stuff you don't need.
No, I was just wondering, just in case we had like an upper limit, I suppose.
I'm not gonna make
but
you
yeah.
budget the whole thing and figure out how much every individual thing costs. You can just tell me like what sort of things you need and what you're looking for.
Yeah, like as long as it's reasonable
Yeah.
for the travel. Okay.
But yeah, so as you're heading out, the scribe is running back and almost runs into you. It's like, oh, sorry, I told him, you need help getting back out or wherever you're going.
I mean, if you can direct us to the front desk, that'd be fabulous. Thank you.
Yep, come on this way. I know the way by now. Ran it 3 times.
I mean, who knew that a wizard's apprentice would need to be so physically fit, right?
Yeah,
That's normally my thing.
Look, they like us to keep on time. Okay, this way. And he leads you back to the reception area where you first came in. Alright, here you go. The front door's over there. Don't think I need to lead you that far. Thanks for
No,
stopping by.
I think we can do that. Thank you for your help. You've been very useful.
Yep, thank you very much. Bye-bye. And he scurries off to, like, some back room off down the hallway. I trust you found what you needed? It's the
We
reception-
found
Not
something.
entirely.
Pretty
Well,
drawings.
at least you found something of use. Is there anything else that you need while you're here?
Yeah, possibly. Do you happen to have any scrolls for sale? Particularly fire spells?
Oh, yes, I'm sure we'll have some of those somewhere. You're best off asking at the library. Where's he run off to? Some looks around. Never mind. It's down there. Points to a hallway. Go straight down. There's a pair of double doors. Keep going down. There's another pair of double doors. And then you're inside the library.
Okay, I think I got that. Yeah,
It's a straight line.
We'll be fine.
It's a straight
it's a
line.
straight line.
It's just
I-
two double doors.
Okay, that would have been a lot easier to just say, but
Yeah, no, he gets confused with straight lines. It's fine. We'll get him there.
Right. Yes, well, hopefully they'll have what you need.
Yeah, I hope so too. But thank you very much. We'll be on our way then.
Very well.
To la biblioteca.
So as you go through these very straightforward directions, pardon me, you enter into this very big room. It's all kind of like mahogany and a nice brown wood, very rich brown, and you can see it's almost like being inside of a tree trunk as it just goes up and up, but sort of also twists around. It's sort of like this one big, slightly sloped ramp just going up and round and round and round, held aloft by these pillars. Very gently sloped, so you can, sit without falling out of your seat and stuff. And so any, disabled students could still use it. But yes, it goes up quite high. And there's just bookshelves, not only lining all of the walls around this spiral, but there's also a big central, almost like a core of just bookshelves that you can see right now. There's a number of people who just sort of reach out and a book just sort of comes to their hand from this central core. It's a bit too far away to reach actually by hand, but it just levitates and lands nicely in the palm of their hand.
I want to try that.
Okay, so you go up to this central core of books, and you put your hand out. Nothing happens.
Can I put my palm out harder?
You really try to put your hand out and press forwards, and you really try to focus on it. Give me a wisdom check.
That's what we like to call the good sound. She's got a great wisdom score.
Oh my god. How much do I have in wisdom? Wait. Wisdom. Oh, +0. Okay, 12.
12?
Yeah.
You think for a second that you see a book wiggle, but it doesn't come to you.
I am sad.
Can I try it?
Sure, go ahead.
Ah. I'm gonna reach out my hand and try and pull one over.
Do you have any particular books in mind?
Fire magic.
Fire magic. This central core rotates a little, and a book floats to your hand.
I'm just gonna look at Clue and smile.
I'm gonna look at you
Oh
angry.
no. Now we're showing off.
I'm just gonna put my hand up again and try for a children's book.
Okay.
Look,
You notice
it's easier.
a few different segments of this car kind of spin around. First the lower one, then the middle one, then the upper one. It's built in stacks going up in throughout all the different floors. And so there's 3 on this floor, you could say. And they spin around before finally they all stop and a sort of old battered looking paper book lands in your hand.
I'm just gonna turn to Clue and hand it to her.
Can I look at it? What you don't even know what it is.
No. I knew what I was looking for.
It is a book of rather old sort of fairy tales and folk tales. The paper's
Oh.
quite worn, the book seems very old.
I guess I'll look at the drawings.
Okay, there's a number of drawings of different characters, some the evil character, some the hero, etc.
Yeah, I used to look at the pictures.
Okay. what are the rest of you doing while Clue reads the children's book?
Well, I'm gonna open up my fire magic book and have a gander.
Okay.
No propaganda.
So, studying magic formally is not something you're really used to. As a sorcerer, your power generally just comes from some source inside your own body. Like, your own will manifests into this magic that you cast. You don't have to think about, how does it work? How would I write this? You generally just know how to do it. So trying to read through this, like, fire magic stuff, it's not something that's, like, easy to grasp. There's a lot of more sort of complicated intricacies of, like, the formal study of magic. Some words you don't quite recognize. Different things about, like, the words you must say and the ways that you have to move your hands, the gestures you have to make. And, like, talks a lot about, like, how to draw the fire from either within or from the plane of fire and whatnot. It doesn't, like, seem like something you can really just grasp. Certainly not on the spot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the book and shrug and then let it go back to its home.
Okay. You hold the book out and it returns to its slot. I believe you're here for a reason, though, Zulu.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for like a librarian, or someone who looks like they work in the library.
Okay, yeah. So there's someone who seems to be in charge around here. It's an older woman. She looks nice enough. She's got kind of like warm, kindly eyes. She looks a little bit like a grandma, you know.
Hi. Excuse me, do you happen to have spell like scrolls, I suppose? Like particularly fire ones. Are what I'm interested in.
Oh, hello dear. Let me have a look for you. She sort of goes off behind her, and you see there's this big sort of rack behind her, that is in like multiple segments, and she just waves her hand, and these racks just like slide to the side to reveal more racks behind them and whatnot, and like spreads them out. And there's just a number of just different gestures to send them in different directions. Before she pulls out a number of scrolls of paper and returns to you. Well, I found one scroll of Firebolt, one of Fireball, and one of Scorching Ray.
Tommy's is dead.
Tommy just passed out there and then.
Take all of them.
Sorry. I kind of have to look them up for knowing what they actually do. Firebolt, Fireball, and
Scorching Ray.
Ray. Scorchio.
Right. Right. Okay. One scroll each, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How much would those be in total?
Oh, well, do you have a student discount? We offer a great range of discounts for our students here.
No, I do not.
Well, the scroll of Firebolt would normally be around 20 gold. The scroll of Scorching Ray, I think we could do on the low end around about 75. And the scroll of fireball would be around 100.
That is expensive.
I'm afraid that's simply the cost of these things. You won't find them cheaper elsewhere. Here we're able to make and produce more of them. Other places, they are scarce. You'll find that other places of dealing will likely price them higher, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, I meant less in a. This should be cheaper way, and more in a realization way that this is a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. A lot more expensive. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hey, wow, this is really cheap. You sure you don't want to increase that?
Please don't. I think I'm gonna take everything except the fireball, like the what was it, firebolt and
Firebolt and Scorching Ray? Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just round it up to 100.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. Isn't that like a 5 gold discount?
No, you said 20 and 75.
Actually,
so.
yeah, you're right. It's 5 gold less. So more. Okay. Yes, I'm happy to do that. Here you go, dearie.
Right, thank you. I'll make good use of them.
I hope they serve you well.
I'm certain they will.
Well, good luck with whatever you need magic like that for. I hope everything goes well for you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I leave.
You too, ta-da!
Hold on.
Toodle pip.
Yes, you have a couple scrolls now.
Cool. I cannot find them anywhere. That's fine. I'll write it down.
So, Firebolt and Scorching Ray.
Yeah, I'll put it in Discord. So just so we know, I'll do that later on at some point, possibly,
Hey,
if I don't forget. Fuck.
you good?
I'm stupid, but yeah.
Why are you stupid?
I tried stretching and hit my PC instead.
No, at least you didn't hit the power button.
No, it's on top of my PC, fortunately.
Oh, they're all writing their loot in Discord, and so far we have magic floaty ball thing and pretty drawings.
Also, it's written
powerful
in
weapons.
the pretty drawings are written in the most clue way ever. So
Of course.
I you just gotta point it out.
If only Clue knew how to write.
If only.
I know, right?
Okay, do you have anything else to do here? Or where are you going
Yeah,
next?
yeah.
What to do?
I'll try putting the book back.
Okay. It doesn't fly away. As you like reach out and let go, it just drops to the floor.
And I try
I'm just
hiding.
I'm gonna grab it before it hits the ground, as I notice Clue do this.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh shit!
Just to see if you can catch it.
I rolled a 2.
So, you see her dropping this. You attempt to like lunge and like skate along the floor to grab this, but instead you just go like tumbling past it and it just hits the floor.
Oh my god.
It's just a slow mo. No. Gunk.
Okay, I'll grab it again and try again.
Okay, you try again.
But harder.
Harder. You
Can I just like use my? Can I just from next to her try and use my like magic to float it for her without her knowing?
no. So basically, what happens is Clue tries
No.
harder to get this book to go back, and you just like thrust it out and let go, and it goes flying about 5 feet before landing on the floor. So you've just essentially thrown it.
You just yeet the book.
You just yeet it. Right. Tari, you can, however, call the book to you if you would like to.
Okay. I will call the book to me and then I will put it back.
Yeah, it comes floating to you, no problem, and then back into the thing in its proper place.
That's not
I'm just
fair.
gonna pat Clue on the head.
It's easier when your brain is not rotting.
These are when you have
There,
magic.
there, Clue.
Is there anything else? Or where are you going next? What are y'all doing?
Where are we going next?
I
We need a
assume.
carriage.
So
You need clothes.
we need winter clothing. So what about going to the dressmakers?
Of course.
Oh my god. Just casual clothes, Faith. Casual clothes.
I just want some fur lining. I mean, I have a very unique style. I just like to get some fur lining and maybe a big cape. But I'm assuming you guys will probably want
I feel like
something
your
more
usual
boring.
style's gonna be a bit cold even with like a cape over it.
Yeah.
Armored cape.
I mean, there's only so much you can do when you've got plate mail. It's gonna be cold regardless.
Yeah, you might want to get like a gambeson or something underneath it. Just
Yeah, I
something
think you
to
want
stay
to-
warm.
I think you want to take it off, maybe.
Think you want to get naked, maybe? You know, that'd help.
I don't know. I mean, in a academic setting, I think that's likely to cause far too many nosebleeds. I don't think the town is ready for the tidal wave of blood that's gonna come flying over.
The Knights of Blood, they say.
Just,
But-
but yeah, we do need to pick up some winter clothing, and then sort out transportation, and go to the alchemists. I'm assuming for some healing potions, and maybe see if they've got some alchemist's fire.
Yep. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay. So where are you going first?
What?
Let's go to the
What's close
dressmaker
now?
first.
I
Oh yeah,
think-
what's
I think,
closer?
I think the
Hmm?
dressmaker is closer.
Yeah.
Or like the clothing store.
I mean, the one you went to was kind of on the hill area. So I guess, yeah, that would be kind of closer to the academy. Okay,
Looking forward to it.
so, heading back to the Peacock's Feather, you're once again greeted by this very flamboyant, big hair, big poofy, floofy dress in all kinds of colors, like little tiny hat with like a massive flower on, not flower, feather on it. A familiar sight. Oh, hello, dear, you're back.
Yes, we have another challenge for you, I'm afraid. The dresses
I
were
love a
absolutely
challenge.
fantastic. They really turned heads, but we
Oh,
have to
fabulous, dear.
I'm afraid we have to go to the Vetir Tundra, so we need some cold weather gear. And of
you'll be
course,
freezing.
yes, that's kind of my worry.
Hmm.
What can you do? Like, I mean, I obviously have a style. I need you to warm me up.
I mean,
my
you're already
God.
hot enough as it is, dear, but I'm sure I can do something.
Thank you.
Hmm. So, we normally deal with more sort of high-class fashion here, but I'm sure we have plenty of furs, and I'm sure it'll be plenty durable. Let's see. We'll sort of through various different fabrics, trying to find something thicker, something warmer, pulling out a bunch of like furs and whatnot from these like shelves and racks, kind of just tossing them behind them. Pulls out some like leather boots and stuff, and it's like, I'm sure I can make something. Did you have anything in mind? I know you said you have your wonderful style.
I think my style is very obvious, so I believe I'll leave it in your capable hands. You did such fine work on the dress. I'd love to see where you go with this.
I'm sure I can make something beautiful, but I do have one question, as it were. I notice you like to show off quite a lot. That may be a problem when you're showing off to the Frost.
Of course.
Would you like to perhaps cover up a little more? I can still make it plenty sexy, don't worry.
Want is a strong word, but I'm quite happy to give way to practicality.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sure we can get that sexy figure of yours and still keep you warm.
I mean, it is somewhat of a, should we say, a dictate of worship?
Anyway, what about the rest of you?
I just want a couple of really nice, long, warm coats, please.
I'm sure we can do more than that. You're going to need some gloves, some boots. Perhaps I get you something a bit more thick to wear on your torso. And I can certainly find you a nice coat or cloak or something. Give you the fur
Whatever you
last time.
recommend, madam.
Of course, amazing. How about the other two? And you're already wearing furs, and she points to Zulil.
I just have an image of Clue in an anorak now.
What's an anorak? Oh, it's like a coat.
Yeah.
An anorak. I guess I'll... what is that? Can I put to the boots?
These ones may be a bit big for you, I'm afraid. But these are just some leather boots. I think I can attach some furs and thicken some bits up. And they should suit well enough.
I've been barefoot this entire time, by the way. I'm like confused.
They go on your feet, darling.
No.
It might be a good idea, Clue. The ground is likely to be very, very cold.
We don't want your feet to fall off now, do we?
But cold is good.
Up to a point.
No.
Well, you could lose your feet.
If I have to cover these up, you're gonna have to wear some boots.
What do you mean these?
I think
What do
know
you
she
think I mean
means.
by these?
Okay. Shiny person says so.
Okay, marvelous. I'll make something your size. Do you have a deadline?
I believe we're leaving within a couple of days.
Right, well, I'm sure I can have it done by then. Come back to me Tomorrow or the day after, whenever's convenient, and I'll see what I have put together.
Well, thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it.
Would this be on credit again? Or are you paying for yourselves?
Lady Fear has generously agreed to cover all of our traveling expenses, so I believe it falls under her remit.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous. Well, I'm sure you'll have the finest quality.
She's like, cha-ching.
Government contract. Woohoo!
She's just gonna give us like the most expensive things.
Yeah,
Nothing's
yeah.
made of gold.
As if Faith would accept anything less.
Of course.
True.
Like instead of going to like a more like humble place, no, we come here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go to the upper class fashion.
Of course. As I say, like it's part of her religious tenet that she has to look good at all times, right? That is actually a religious tenet of Sune.
You just get
Wow.
dragged through a bog and you're still trying to look your best.
Yeah.
Clue does never saying this.
No.
I know. I don't worry. It was not a question.
I just want there to be absolutely no grounds for misinterpretation there. It's like, no, you have no say in this.
I know. Yeah.
But yes,
Okay.
anything else you
done.
guys need to do, wherever else you need to go? What's next on the
We're
agenda?
going to the alchemist.
The alchemist, and we also need to find travel. So there was talk of using the airship, but I do think if we have to spend more than a couple of days waiting for an airship, we might as well just leave.
Well, we've got to wait a couple of days for our clothes.
We gotta wait a day for the clothes.
You said 2 days.
Yeah, and she said come back tomorrow.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. We can always go and ask and see if there's any.
Yeah, like we can ask. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
harm in asking. But as I say, if it's gonna be like 3 or 4 days till the airship's ready, then we're gonna be gone by then.
Yeah, we might get someone who might want to help us if they like Schleppney.
Yeah, might as well.
So do we go to the airship first, or do you want to go pester the alchemist?
Yeah, well, let's go to the airship first because then if we can't, we need to work out transportation as well.
Okay.
Isn't the alchemist on the way to the Bloom spot?
I don't
The
think the
Blooms.
alchemist is in like the slums area, right? So
Yeah.
I
Not
don't think the
exactly.
airship's
She
in
was-
the slums
She
area.
was towards like the middle of town.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, fair.
She was nearer to like the market area.
Wait. Quick reminder that I will have to leave quick.
Mm.
Rather shortly.
You might just have to dip out for the last little bit. But I mean, it's just sorting a couple little things.
Damn.
We need to find a pony for Clue.
Yeah.
You think Clue is gonna be able to ride a pony?
I mean,
You're small
we
enough.
can force her on there, yeah.
She can only ride a Faith.
What? Excuse me?
What if it's
What?
a pretty pony though?
I mean, I don't think that makes it easier.
We cover it with glitter. That'll do.
Shiny.
Shiny.
I just
It's
grabbed the
probably-
pony myself.
Yeah, the pony rides Clue.
What? Oh no.
I didn't mean it in that way, guys.
Y'all
Come
are
on, come
lewd.
on. That was 100% you, Sherry. I did not imply
Well,
that.
that
at all.
wasn't me. That was like Vi and Ravel first.
I meant like because I was on. Oh my god! I did climb to Faith's shoulders once, and it was pretty wholesome. So stop.
Wholesome.
Oh god.
So anyway,
airships?
yeah, airships. Yeah. So you guys know the way. You can head over there and talk to the guy you talked to before.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to say to him?
Hello.
Um,
What's going on with the airships? Can we get one?
Hello. Well, you kind of asked us to shut them down, and General Xander came over this morning to double down on that. So I'm afraid there's no airships leaving currently.
yeah, that's about what we
General-
expected.
Is General Xander still here?
I believe he's overseeing an investigation into this matter. His airship's still there.
Maybe we could talk to General Xander?
Okay, I don't think they're gonna give us, like, a military airship, but for something that would normally take a week's travel. Like, if it was like, oh yeah, it's on the other side of the continent.
Airship, Faith.
I get that, and it would be cool, but it's like it's close enough that you can get there by horse in a week. If it was on like the other side of the continent, I'd be like, fair enough. But it's round the corner.
It's not around the corner. It's a week,
It's a week's worth of travel. That's nothing.
and we're gonna get
Guys.
back.
Yeah. You think the airship's gonna wait for us while we dick around for 3 months
No, but
down
it's
there?
gonna be another. It's gonna be another week to get
What
back.
what if?
We're gonna
What
go
if? Okay,
back
okay.
at-
Whoa. By the time we sort things out, the airships will probably be back on, so we could probably come back on an airship.
What if we go walk?
Or we
through-
could do both.
No, we're not hanging around here for 3 weeks while they sort the airships out.
Counterpoint, we could steal it.
No.
We don't know how to fly it.
We can walk there.
We're not.
I mean, something to
walking
like.
there.
If we're gonna walk there, you're probably talking a couple of months, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we can come back in an airship because
Cool.
at that point there will be back operation.
Okay. But like, hear me out, right? I'm expecting it's a week's worth of travel, like by horse or carriage, to get down there. Okay, fine. We're probably, because it's us, and it takes us 6 hours to pick up a potion, so we'll probably be there for 6 months or so. By the time we've finished what we're doing down there, the airships will almost certainly be back on. So why don't we just go down there by carriage or horse, and then we come back, because there will be some urgency on the way back. We can come back on an airship.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we could have done both though.
No, we don't have time to do both.
Xander might have let us have.
How
shit.
much do you hate Slepney that you want to hang around for 3 months while they sort the airships out?
I just said we should ask Xander so we could get an air.
Yeah, they're
see
not
if
gonna-
he will give us one sooner. You never
You are
know.
welcome to ask, but I guarantee he will give you a look like you're a piece of crap and say they're not going to release a military airship just so we can go on a jaunt to save one guy. When it's
mean,
right
you're
round the
right.
corner.
Well, we could ask General Xander if there is, or we could see if there was an airship that was going to where we were going, and ask General Xander if he could fast track that investigate or that part of the investigation for us to
Mhm.
get help for slightly faster.
I mean, if you guys want to try and argue with military procurement, then feel free. I think you're going to have a very bad time.
And Vi knows about that.
A little bit.
Fine, let's go find some horses.
Fine.
Why?
Or a carriage, because I don't think Clue can ride a horse. Let's be honest.
Well, it's, with Clue, it's gonna end up like Gimli and Legolas.
Yeah, Clue is just going to be sat in front of Faith on the horse. Like, you know that's going to happen.
Yeah. Just that's drawing
I mean,
of the
that's
horse
that's
there.
one less horse, to be honest.
Okay, so we're going to go looking for some horses, right?
Yeah.
Or like
Okay.
a carriage.
I don't
yeah,
think
one of
I
those
don't
two.
think we should get a
carriage.
carriage. I think a carriage could slow us down.
Yeah,
Well,
carriage is
it's
going to take
less
too
of
long.
like if you get a quote unquote carriage, it's more going to be like a wagon, like a trader wagon, rather than like
Yeah.
a carriage you would ride around town.
Yeah.
So like a
Yeah,
wagon could house your gear, your stuff, if you pick up anything along the way, as well as you just being able to sit and ride in it rather than having to like go to the effort of riding the horse yourself.
Yeah, and we have
I mean,
to
we
take care of
could-
the horses, right?
We could get both. We could get a couple of horses and a carriage.
Well, like I assume if you were gonna get a wagon, you would get a pair of horses to pull it.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
we
if
could
we,
have.
but if something happens to the carriage, or if we get stuck, or if something blocks our way, that carriage
I mean, like,
will
yeah,
be...
like we can have like 2 people on horseback and 2 people in the carriage.
No, but I'm saying if we lose that carriage, then we're only going to have 2 horses with 4 people.
Well, I mean, one of us can snuggle up with Glue and the other one can snuggle up with Tori.
What? What?
That could be faith, you know? That's a win.
But that makes it harder on the horses too.
At what point are you expecting the carriage to fail? Like 30 seconds out the gate?
Are you
or...
kidding me? Like, anything could happen. Something is
I
going to
mean-
happen.
Zalil's not in charge of maintaining the carriage.
Yeah, he could still do something. Like, imagine if we get to a gate and Zero has to open it.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I think we should just get horses. We should get 4 horses.
Just get horses.
I just think like
I'm
Zilla
fine with
tried
just
to
getting 4
open the
horses.
gate and the carriage just explodes.
Yeah, that is what's gonna happen. And if
To be
we need to
honest-
get away quickly, horses, like a carriage is gonna slow us down. If we
That's
see
fair.
someone, if we're like, there's bandits, like a
No,
carriage.
I'm
is
all
also
for
more
the
of a
horses
target.
idea. I think the horses is better because it will make it far easier to go through the Knights of Veta and then get to the Alpine area,
Yes, yes.
as opposed to
I-
spending the next
I will
month on
say
a
there are
carriage.
pros and cons to each. If you choose horses, it may be a little faster, and obviously you have like potentially better at like off-road, or if anything happens, you don't have a carriage slowing you down. However, if you do get like a wagon, you will have more of a place to rest during the journey. You won't have as much issue finding shelter if you get one with like a tent over it. You can potentially, have people just sit in there and not have to walk at all. And you will obviously have more storage space for things. But you
Well,
do risk
I'm a
potentially
wanderer,
losing
so
the
I'm-
wagon and whatnot.
I'm good at shelter and food and water. So
But if you do get the wagon, you would still have like 2 horses or goats or rams or whatever's pulling it. Yak.
Too close, yeah.
No, just one. I can't do
Okay,
this.
okay. You just dangle a frozen rat on a fishing pole and let Clue go.
Just why? Why? I didn't even eat the rat.
No, you just brain someone with it. Okay. So what do we want to do? Carriage or horses? So Tori's for the horses. Clue, what do you want to do?
I mean, I think horses are better.
The horses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should get some, like the not saddles, pouches, I guess, like for the
Saddlebags?
horses as well. Yeah, those ones. As well, just to have some extra storage, so we don't have to carry everything ourselves. Because we need food as well.
I'm a good food getter, so it's all good.
I mean, if okay. Worst comes to worst, there's always Badger.
No!
No,
You can eat food.
Badger. What does that mean?
You technically have infinite food.
Well,
there.
they
You technically
disappear
do.
when they die, so
No.
you don't actually. You'd have just killed it and then it'd poof out of existence.
Ah, fuck. That's
Oh
Yeah,
my
I-
god.
You'd have just
Faith
killed
isn't
it for
allowed
no
my animals
reason.
anymore.
it
God,
turned.
I can hunt. Just leave my little furry things alone.
Faith has turned from crush to hate.
Scared.
Okay, so horses.
The horses. Yeah.
We can also
Horses
eat a
Horses.
horse.
and saddlebags.
Powerful
Yes.
horses.
Okay, rather than
Traveling
role playing through all
horses.
this, because I know Ravel needs to go. Yeah, you find a stable near the sort of east side of town where you came in. They have a number of horses in different colors.
Oh no.
Can we get a white one?
Is there a
with
blue one?
black?
There's not
God damn
a
it.
blue one. There's like a black one that's like
I
slightly
want a pure
bluish.
black one.
Okay, you can
Can
Yeah,
have.
that's mine.
Okay, you can have the black one. Right, there is a white one. Who
I
wants
feel
it?
like Faith should be on the white one.
Same.
Can we get a green one?
There's no like weird unnatural colored ones. They're horses.
What about
Okay, so who picked Minor Illusion as a cantrip?
I did. I did. I do have it. I think.
Okay,
I
can
thought
you
about
Yes,
it.
I do.
thought about it.
can you turn one of the horses green just for Ravel?
Yeah.
actually? I think I prefer black and white.
It only lasts for a minute though, so.
Yeah, no, just enough to get her on the damn horse.
Right. Question: are you getting 4 horses or 3? Is Clue getting their own horse?
I think if we get 4 horses, then we've at least got a baggage horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tari has a black one. Faith,
Can
what
I
color
call
do
one of
you
them
want?
biscuit?
I want a horse. I don't really care.
Okay.
Give her the white one.
White one
What?
it is.
It'll match her
Ravel, what are
aesthetic.
you having?
Black and white.
Black and white. And Tommy, what do you want?
Don't know.
What? What was that?
What?
I don't care. Like, whatever. Whatever colours is left over, whatever.
Give him
I-
the shit
I want a
brown one.
horse.
Congratulations, you're getting the dark brown one.
Oh, you make it sound like the dark brown one's shit, and it's not.
No, it's cute. Okay, you have horses and saddlebags and stuff, right? What
Okay,
else?
I
cool.
named
So we got
my one.
I need
So-
to
I
leave.
named. Wait.
supplies,
Fine,
alchemist.
Ravel,
Wait. I named my horse Chad.
Chad? Did you say Chad, like C-H-A-D?
Yes.
Okie dokie, I'm writing that down. Which she named
I need a
Chad.
Chad horse.
I need to
Chad.
go.
Ravel, you,
No.
it's fine. You can just go. We'll like wrap up the last few minutes. of
yeah,
this
yeah.
And whatnot.
Okay.
You won't miss anything
Bye-bye.
important. It's okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Eat well.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What else do you need?
Supplies, and we wanted to see the alchemist to
Yeah.
get some potions and some alchemist's fire if she's got it.
Okay, supplies are quick and easy. What do you need? You need rations. You need what else?
I mean, we got most of it
we
because
need-
we've all got adventurers packs, so it's just a case of topping up the packs, getting food. Is there anything in
And-
particular you guys want?
We're gonna need a tent.
And right.
Food is
Just the
food,
one
I don't care.
tent, or do you want multiple tents?
Well, either one big one or multiple.
I think a big one would be better, just based off of the fact that we're going to somewhere where it's cold, so we can actually have
Okay,
like
but if you
one
snore,
fire
you're
in the middle
sleeping
of it.
outside the tent.
Okay.
Yeah, one big tent's probably a better idea. Also, so we can stick together in case
Okay.
anything happens.
So you got a 4-people tent with a fur lining.
Mhm.
Yep, sounds good.
Anything else you need?
We do all have ropes, right? Like ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we also
I
have the
got-
repairable rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
and,
should.
like,
I mean,
I've got-
okay, why don't we just say we shop for supplies and then we can work out if there's anything weird we want offline.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's fine.
on to the alchemist, I guess. Wow,
Yep.
hey, you're back. Hi.
Yes, and we have monies this time. Woo!
What can I get
Do
ya?
you have any alchemist's fire?
Fire. Hold on.
Fire.
She goes through the shelves and she has to like get a step stool out to reach the top shelf. She's a bit short. Like reaches up to the top, almost knocks the thing over, manages to catch it, put it back up there. Pulls down a few sort of vials. Inside you can see there is this sort of black swirling liquid with just like a hint of like orange light just occasionally dimly shining through the glass.
That
This'll
looks
probably
cool. What does
work.
that do?
Pretty sure it explodes.
Okay. How do
that's
you
kind
use
of
it?
the point. You throw it.
Okay. How much is that?
Here's the part where I have to find out. Normally they're around, let's say 40 gold.
Okay.
Okay. And how much were the healing potions?
Usually around 50.
And do you have any? Is that all the fire alchemy you have?
I mean, I can get you some grease if you have your own fire to light it.
Some grease.
Yeah, you throw a load of grease, people step on
And
it,
then you throw a
and then
torch
you
at
throw
it and
some
whoosh.
fire. Yeah. Look, it's
Yeah.
real flammable. Like, you get this anywhere near a flame, and it's just whoosh.
I'm glad Chloe's not here.
Okay, well, I'm definitely taking the alchemist's fire.
How
Like,
many,
I can-
How many are you taking?
How many does she have?
She's currently holding 3.
Okay.
I'll take. Can I take one?
Yeah.
They're
I'll
40,
take-
right?
Yes.
I'll take the other 2.
I'll take some grease too.
Okay. That's not so expensive. It's about like 10 gold.
But I would highly recommend that you guys get some healing potions. Like, I can heal, but I can't. I'm not a cleric.
Oh yeah. I forgot something, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll grab one healing potion as well.
These are still considered like travel items. I'm guessing then,
Yeah, they're
like,
within your budget.
operation items. Yeah, no, I'm mostly just one, making sure, and two, making sure that Tika doesn't like deduct it from her own money.
Hmm.
Wait, what? Oh, so we don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, it'll come out of the travel expenses.
Oh, okay.
sweet.
Yeah,
Then
because
I
it
will
sounded
add-
like Tika was
I'll take
gonna
take
pay
one of
for it.
everything then.
Alright, so you've got 3 alchemist fire between you. How many
you-
balls of grease are you got?
I'll take 2 then.
Okay.
Can I also ask, do you have any kind of anything that any kind of thing that will thaw someone?
Oh, someone. Let me see.
or something.
I'm actually trying to Google if such a thing even exists. I'm finding like a ring of warmth and whatnot. I don't know if there's a potion of warmth.
A ring of warmth could be useful as well.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have that.
Okay.
I'll say sure. You can probably get some sort of potion of warming.
Potion of cold resistance would probably do it.
Potentially, but there's a difference between like warming something up and thawing and straight up resistance to a damage type.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're getting the potions on expense, shall we say, do we just add one healing potion each or something?
I was gonna get 2. Like, I was gonna get 2 potions of healing and 3, like, bottles of grease.
So you're getting another 3 bottles of grease in addition to the 2 Tari's getting.
Yeah, so a total of 5.
Okay.
And whatever Chloe's getting when she's back. Although we have to sort that out.
Yeah, I mean, we can distribute the stuff offline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there anything for warming or thawing? Anything that we can get?
You could get a potion of cold resistance, but that's rarer, so there'll only be one of those. You could get some potions that just make you feel nice and warm, and will stave off just freezing to death to the weather, but don't give you resistance to the actual cold damage from enemies and whatnot. And you could get like enough for everyone.
Yeah, let's get those as well. However many we can get.
Okay.
So
Right, is there anything else you guys need from here?
I think that's it.
Okay, so on the list, I have 3 alchemist fire, 5 bottles of grease, 5 healing potions, 4 potions of warming, and 1 potion of cold resist.
Probably like. It's fine. I was gonna like say 6 potions of healing because of Chloe, but that's like she's gonna sort that out, I'm guessing. So it doesn't make sense for me to add anything for her.
I mean, I put 5 because it was. Oh yeah, I guess we could do No, because it was 4, 1 each. Then you wanted an extra one, so that total 5.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry. So I still had one in my inventory. From you know.
Yeah,
Trying
so
to get it
that gives us 6
Let me-
between us.
Yeah, no, that's fine then. I just kind of brain farted.
Okay, so you're buying 5 of them.
Would
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything missing from that you really, really want?
Not for me.
Not really, but we can still like go to the alchemist, quote unquote, tomorrow because we still need to wait for the clothing to get done anyway.
Okay.
So we do still technically have another chance of actually getting anything or getting the stuff we need.
Alright, well, is there anything else you need in this episode, in this session?
No, I'm
I
good.
think we can wait.
Got absolutely
Till
everything
next time.
you'll need? Because I assume
Yeah.
you'll just be setting off at the start of the next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sure
if
we'll think
there's
of anything. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, if there's any little things that you could have got while you were shopping, just drop a note in Discord. It's fine.
Cool.
Okay, well, that's everything. I think you're all set for the frozen tundra of, well, the Vatia tundra.
Shopping.
Shopping, another prep episode. I knew this was going to be a prep episode. It's
Yeah.
fine. But now you have everything you should need. So, with that all said and done, you're all set for your next adventure. against harsh weather and potentially some monsters you haven't yet encountered.
Oh no, some intense snuggling action.
So we'll see how that goes next time. She'll probably be in 2 weeks from now on the Saturday.
Yep.
Just need to check something real quick. That will be on my first week of work. So we'll need to maybe discuss times and stuff.
Just bear in mind, I think next weekend is a bank holiday weekend, so we may be able to do something then.
I don't work on the weekend, but I'm just worried that like I'm getting up at 7 for several days in a row.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking die. We'll see. We'll discuss. But yes, thank you everyone for coming, and thank you, you guys for being here. And Ravel, who
Thank
left
you for
early.
dinner.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye bye.